All right, and welcome back. We're back here on Revolution Televised. We may have had to split the program in half a little bit, so check out our Earth Day segment, but let's talk a little bit about the political revolution and where we are with our endorsements currently. So, a little bit of an overview going into May, which is going to be, I think I heard Glow call it today, May Madness. We have 59 currently endorsed candidates, and it's growing. May 8th, May 15th, and May 23rd are going to be big elections across, I believe, 12 different states. So I kind of wanted to go in through our endorsed candidates list and talk about some of the major key races that are coming up. So for May 8th, this is a big one. We have 4 states: Indiana, North Carolina, Ohio, and West Virginia. And in those races, you know, I can just off the bat think of the big names that are going to be coming out from those states. Ohio with Dennis Kucinich in his primary for gubernatorial. West Virginia has Paula Jean Swearengin. So that's going to be a big day to kind of see which message prevails. We'll have, you know, Paula up against the status quo Joe Manchin in the Democratic primaries of West Virginia. Very intriguing. Then kind of going on, let's see what other candidates we have in Indiana. It looks like we have 4 endorsed candidates in Indiana. Dan Cannon, Dion Douglas, Lane Siekman, and Sue Spicer. So any candidates that, you know, are listed in the endorsements wiki currently on fire, and I would encourage you guys to check that out in the YouTube description. We have a link to our wiki. More about each candidate, find out what you can do to help them out, volunteer, phone banking, all of that is there. Dan Cannon, for example, in Indiana is actually on grassrootsbb.com. So make sure you go check it out, phone bank for him if you can. Let's see, we have 5 endorsed candidates in North Carolina as well. I believe this includes a recent AMA we had as well with Wendy May. So shout out to Wendy. Yep, she's also going to be there for May 8th. Then we have Jenny Marshall, Richard Watkins, and Dennis L'Italian. And let's move on to Ohio, including some of the bigger names there. Ohio, we actually will get Sherrod Brown, sitting incumbent there. We just endorsed him, actually, after a community vote. Sherrod's an interesting character, actually. He reminds me of that message that is a little bit more liberal, a little bit more friendly, but still not quite, you know, quite our age, you know? Sherrod Brown, I vouch for a lot of his messaging, but I would also say that then, let's see, we got the 2 Janets in Ohio as well, now running for U.S. House, Janet Everhard and Janet Garrett. Got Dennis Kucinich and his running mate Tyra Samples. Check out, recently she did an AMA as well. She's actually going to have an AMA coming up very shortly as well, on May 15th, like Glow was mentioning earlier. Let's see, then last but not least for May 8th, West Virginia. Now, the first segment today, West Virginia has a lot of progressive candidates. They have something like a coalition going on, you know, fighting back against that status quo Democrat message. Now, Paula Jean Swearengin is that main symbolic candidate representing that message and that tide. We, you know, had her AMA last year, and we had Lissa Lucas also come on after her, you know, her little revolution in itself in the legislature of West Virginia. And she's actually running for the 7th legislative district, and I think she has a good shot. That's definitely something we want to follow. And, you know, once May 8th does swing around, and this is for everybody, we're going to be reporting results. Stay tuned to the progressive cause on the channel so we can actually see how we did. Let me see if I can actually show you all the endorsements and the actual wins we got recently. I'm going to share my screen real quick. So, our moderator, Brett, best moderator, Brett, he made a map actually showing all of the current endorsements and their wins across the country. And it's just a beautiful representation. I'm gonna zoom in on this guy. Glo, can you see what's on my screen?
Yep, I can.
Awesome. So right across the country, you can see the blue wave, the true blue wave, the true blue wave coming in. And even in those districts where you see some of that red, which means we lost, that could also mean that another Democrat. Overall, the messaging seems to be kind of going in our favor. Look at these little sprouts propping up across the country. And one of the things that I think is going to be key and is starting to build some traction is a lot of these gubernatorial races. Cynthia Nixon in New York, Ohio. We've got a lot of different things shaping out to actually start changing, the local political scenario across our country. And I encourage you to check out the endorsements wiki and participate in the process of actually getting our candidates endorsed. This is a community, and we want to also get everyone's input and be able to get all the candidates we know on the radar. One of the things that we're actually running right now is the You Decide fundraiser as well. And that's something I'll throw in the description of the video as well. But definitely check out, our ability to affect change by helping the candidates that we support. We want to raise donations and then have a vote on who's actually going to receive those disbursements. So check that out, even at political-revolution.com. Or is it actually below? Do you know if the link is on the website yet?
No, it's not.
So, okay, yeah, it's actually right on our Reddit page if you want to check out the You Decide fundraiser. But beyond that, I just kind of wanted to wrap up the show with some of the candidates that we recently endorsed. And some of these actually did just make the cut for this May 8th and May 15th primary that are coming up. So just last week, we got John Michael Galbraith, Gerald Wong, Philip Price, Paul Spencer, and Lisa McCormick, all recently approved to the endorsement slate that we have. So congratulations to those candidates, and we look forward to hearing from anybody who else is on our community's radar. We are looking forward to it. So on the note of Earth Day today and what our progressive messaging is all about, we are Earthlings, and we are here for a purpose to thrive on this earth, but also let the earth thrive for us. And that's not ever not going to be the case. The earth, Mother Nature is strong, but for us humans to be able to actually cooperate with that is a whole nother thing. And humans are fragile. Humans are fragile, and that's why the earth is fragile. So on that note, we gotta fight for the people who are actually going to care about, the grace of our earth, our planet, and fight for the world, the environment that shapes our our values. On that note, thanks so much for joining us on Rev Televised this week, and we'll see you next time.